Oklahoma Representative Kendra Horn is also back in Oklahoma. Last week, she voted yes, sunsetting ground rules for the ongoing impeachment inquiry. Her Republican colleagues in Congress all voted no. So I began our interview by asking her if she was concerned the inquiry did not have bipartisan support.
Well, the reason that I voted for the resolution to solidify the way that we go forward in the public phase is so there was transparency and clarity by both sides. I think it's important when we're thinking about any big questions in front of us that we know this.
Do you feel at this point it's been a fair process for the president, and do you feel it will be going forward with these ground rules?
I do feel like it's been a fair process. The rules that the investigation has proceeded under are essentially the same rules that were established under a Republican Congress and a Republican Speaker.
Have you made up your mind whether the process should go from inquiry to an actual impeachment process? Have you made up your mind?
Absolutely not. I think it is a mistake for us to be making decisions based on dribs and drabs of information, and that is important regardless of the questions in front of us, that we look at the facts.
It's obviously a very politically charged issue. Are you concerned at all, as you head into an election year as well, that how you vote going forward, and I know you haven't made up your mind, that could be a political liability for you?
I think one of the things that concerns me is the fact that we're not talking enough about all of the things that we are doing in Congress. All of the bipartisan efforts on things like prescription drugs, on many other issues that are important to Oklahomans, and we're working in a bipartisan way. We have passed many bipartisan measures out of the House, and that's what I want to continue to focus on.
Well, let's do it right now.
Yeah.
I know you're very interested in a cap on drug costs for the Medicaid Part D. So explain exactly what you're proposing, and it seems across the aisle, everyone agrees drug prices need to be reined in.
The bill I introduced would cap out-of-pocket cost for Medicare Part D patients at $2,000 a year. Now, to put this in context, that's a $3,100 a year savings for people who need life-saving medications. And it's just a common sense, practical thing to do to help our seniors so that they don't have to choose between putting food on the table or keeping the lights on and getting the life-saving drugs they need.
The agreement with Mexico and Canada, it's ready to go. It's been there for a while. Why won't the Speaker bring that up for a vote? And do you think it should be brought up for a vote?
I do think it should be brought up for a vote, and it's not quite ready to go. Both sides of the aisle and the Ambassador Lighthizer have been working on negotiations on a few pieces of the USMCA, and I have, along with many others, encouraged them to stay at the table. And to have a substantial trade agreement, we need to make sure it's enforceable. There are some questions as well around prescription drugs, believe it or not, and patent life and a couple of other things. But I think they're making progress, and I want to see a deal come to the table and a vote on the floor.
You know, this week, the state of Oklahoma actually led the nation, and I think in a fairly positive way. It's gotten tremendous positive feedback. It was a special day. It was an emotional day. Get your reaction, but also, do you have any thoughts on where we go from here in terms of prison reform? What are the next steps Oklahoma can take?
Yeah, I think it's exciting to see Oklahoma taking these steps forward in criminal justice reform. It's something that I hear a lot about when I'm out in the communities, and it's something that's important not only to people that are impacted by the systems, but to our overall economy.
You're obviously meeting with a lot of your constituents. What are the things that they're really interested in? And frankly, is impeachment one of them? Or are they saying, I'm not concerned about that, I'm concerned about this? So what are you hearing?
Well, when I'm out in the community, I hear education, healthcare, and building a stronger economy, but especially education and healthcare.
Okay.
Those two things far and away outpace everything else. That's what our role is as public servants. It's my role to listen to everybody, regardless of party, regardless of whether or not we agree on everything, and then work to come to the best solutions.